Leigh Johnson, known simply as Marshal Johnson in Red Dead Redemption, is the steadfast lawman of Armadillo in New Austin, a character defined by grit, duty, and an almost weary idealism. Born around 1860 or possibly 1861, he became District Marshal of Armadillo in 1897 and holds that office throughout the events of the game. He's not some overly heroic cowboy, and instead he's an old-fashioned marshal who believes in order, but he's also painfully aware of the harsh, unrelenting reality around him. Johnson's personal life is marked by both duty and loss. He was married to Priscilla Johnson, who died in 1903, leaving him widowed. That loss seems to weigh on him, giving his character a quiet sorrow beneath his stern exterior. Professionally, he's flanked by deputies Jonah and Eli, who help him uphold the law in a town that often feels on the brink of chaos. When John Marston arrives in Armadillo seeking help to track down Bill Williamson, Johnson becomes one of his most important allies. Johnson tasks Marston with dealing with dangerous outlaws, including Walton's gang and the Bollard twins. As part of cleaning up his district, he rides alongside Marston and his deputies into several gunfights, showing he's not just a desk marshal, he's willing to get his hands dirty and fight. One of the most emotionally intense missions is when they respond to a brutal attack on Ridgewood Farm by Williamson's gang. Johnson, Marston, and the two deputies save hostages, fight through outlaws, and ultimately confront Norman Deek, Williamson's second-in-command, capturing or killing him. Later, Johnson arranges a prisoner exchange in Tumbleweed for Bonnie McFarlane, but warns Marston that it could be a trap. And he's right. That moment is particularly striking. Despite being a man of the law, Johnson is forced to navigate morally murky territory, balancing the lives of innocents and the demands of justice. Eventually, Johnson stands by Marston in the pivotal assault on Fort Mercer. His presence in that climactic mission underlines just how much he sees Marston as a partner, at least for a time. After the assault, when John has done his part, Johnson says his farewells. By 1914, after 17 years of service, Johnson retires from being Marshal of Armadillo. He expresses a desire to leave town and put his old duties behind him, a sign that, even for a marshal as committed and stoic as him, the weight of the frontier takes its toll. In personality, Johnson is principled and no-nonsense. He's not naive. He knows his job is thankless, and he's aware of the compromises he has to make. He's also respected in a begrudging way. Some residents gripe about him, but others recognize that without him, things could be far worse. He carries a pair of nickel-plated cattleman revolvers, though, interestingly in gameplay, he often only uses one, reserving the dual wield for cutscenes. There's a symbolic dimension to Johnson's role. He represents an almost dying breed of frontier lawman. The world around him is changing. Federal forces, railroads, corporate interests,